What about Andrew's speech? That was nice, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, the next person, Sandra and myself had the pleasure of meeting a few months ago in Bristol. We had a lovely evening, nice food and drink, plenty of drink. After we finished, he told me that he was a Man United supporter. Despite this, we ended the evening as friends. Now, on that table there, they're known as the Gang. But recently, they're world famous. They're known as the Quizzy Rascals. I'm going to give you now the best man, Dan Landless.
Thank you. Sit down now. It's going to be a bit of change in tone from the speeches before, I think. If you don't know me, I'm Daniel, and I'm one of Andy and Nula's best friends. Today, I'm finally getting the recognition I deserve. I'm the best man. Their words, not mine. I was hoping to be the best looking person in the room today.
You are.
And Nula, you look phenomenal. Andy, it's nice you made an effort, mate. I think I speak for the groomsmen when I say we feel a little outnumbered by the small army that is the I look forward to taking this battle to the dance floor later. As Andy has already mentioned, people have come from far and wide to celebrate, even as far as Australia. It's really amazing how far some people will come for a free meal. In all seriousness, having so many people from different places is a real testament to you guys as a couple. I remember when they got engaged. It was December, there were still COVID restrictions in place, and we could only meet outside. We were heading to the pub garden for a festive drink and a turkey roll. But before everyone had arrived, Nula let the cat out of the bag and told us how Andy had proposed. We were over the moon. There was lots of tears and screaming, mainly from Abby. And at this point, it had started to rain. We were standing opposite the pub, within touching distance, and Hannah, as usual, was running late. Picture the scene. We're all 2 meters apart. It's raining. I can see the pub. And we're all now pretending like we don't know. And for the second time, I have to live through the tears and the screaming over again. By far, one of the best lockdown moments. From this point, I had my eye on a major role in their big day. I thought it was going to be my time to shine. I was waiting nervously for them to ask me. At one point, I thought it was definitely in the bag after Nula had sent me a video of this person at another wedding. Clearly, I was born to be the most flamboyant flower boy of all time. What a waste. Obviously, I got the much better gift of best man. Writing the speech got me thinking back to my wedding day, when our maid of honour used 3 specific words to describe me in her speech. She said, and I quote, "Daniel, you're loud, you're annoying, and you're inappropriate." So on reflection, I think Andy made a good choice. Everyone knows that the main responsibilities of the best man is to organise a great stag do. I thought I'd done pretty well. I'd ignored all of Andy's requests. I had handcuffs, a fancy dress, and we were headed to Magaluf. That was until I received a stern voice note from Sandra, Andy's mum, explicitly banning all of these things. I was told in particular not to get him naked in time to a lamppost. So that put an end to that. As we said, we went to Silverstone and had a great weekend. Probably best though not to speak about Chatty Allen.
Luke. Or Northampton. Oh yeah.
Don't go to Northampton. According to How to Write a Best Man speech, this is the part where I'm supposed to talk about the first time Andy introduced me to Nuala. But I've actually been fortunate enough to know Nuala for years. No, it's a privilege to stand here today as your best man. I feel honoured to be such a big part of your day. So instead it was Nuala that introduced me to Andy. The first time we met was at a pub. We were watching England in the Euros. This is where, unfortunately, I found out he was a West Ham fan. And Robin, I guess we've got you to blame for that. Despite this, we bonded over football. As you can imagine, our WhatsApp messages are that of typical lads. Who's the best dancer on Strictly? Who's got a soggy bottom on Bake Off? And what culinary delights are we cooking our better halves? Actually, our friendship is deeply rooted in the love of food. One of the only times Andy has hugged me is after he tried my slow-cooked beef brisket. I know every meal that Andy has had in the last year, and I have the photos to prove it. Andy, no need to take photos tonight, mate. We've all had the same thing. I think it's fair to say that their love story is one where opposites attract. Nuala's queen of TikTok, Andy doesn't do social media. Andy loves spice, yet Nuala can't handle lemon and herb at Nando's. Nuala loves a tequila, Andy hardly drinks. Andy's an early riser, and you can't get Nuala out of bed. Despite these differences, it's clear how well suited you two are. I'm glad we're gathered to celebrate the most important thing you do have in common, your love for each other. You guys are meant to be. Before I go, there is one more thing in common that they do have. A love for all things kawaii. As Andy said, essentially things that are Japanese and a bit cute. Andy isn't as tactile as me or Nuala would like. So as a friendship group, we've adopted this instead of a hug. So can I ask you all to raise your heart fingers to Nuala and Andy? Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming towards the end of the speeches. Time for me to get a proper drink. And the party's about to start. So please, can you be upstanding? And this time, can you cheer? Can you whoop? And clap for the new Mr. and Mrs. Pereira.